Oh, I need a mixer spoon.
Are you gonna whip something up?
Jeremy and Claire Jungling have joined Survivor Summit in an attempt to climb Mount Kilimanjaro and to celebrate the fact that Jeremy is cancer-free and their lives are back on track after a difficult battle. The Junglings met on Match.com, and even before meeting in person, the sparks were flying.
And I knew from his emails, I said, this is it. I told all my friends, I said, if he's anything like his emails, plan on us getting married in October. Go ahead and put it on your calendars. And then instead we got married in July before that, within 5 months.
All right, today's workout is gonna be a doozy.
The two share a passion for running and volunteer as coaches for a Couch to 5K program, inspiring and training men and women of all ages and all fitness levels to get moving.
They have a never-ending energy to help people and to motivate people to help themselves.
Our slogan is Relentless Forward Progress. He has always said that from day one. Always go forward, always be positive, and make the best of the situation.
More than a slogan, it's Jeremy's personal philosophy, a mantra that was about to be tested. Their honeymoon was barely over when Jeremy began experiencing abdominal pain and overall weakness. Claire encouraged him to get tested.
My doctor called and told me there was a mass in my colon and that it had to come out immediately. I asked my doctor a couple times if it was cancer. I got the idea quickly she didn't want to say those words, so I kind of asked her in a backwards way, well, can it be anything but cancer? And she said no. And then my next call, of course, was to Claire to tell her, you know, what was going on. And you feel almost guilty. I felt like I had let her down, especially being relatively newlywed.
And I just remember sitting in bed and I couldn't get out of bed because I thought, I don't know how many more moments, how many more mornings I get to wake up with him. And I remember being so mad at God because I thought, you just gave him to me. You know, we were both older when we got married, and we've been through a lot. And I thought, why didn't you let us meet earlier? If you're going to take him away from me, why now? Give me more time with him.
And I spent a lot of hours late at night just reading articles and trying to find even the slightest advantage over cancer, you know, whether it's exercising more, eating right, whatever I could do to increase my odds to be around. We were going to try to do whatever we could.
Jeremy had colon resection surgery, spending nearly 2 weeks in the hospital. Soon after surgery, Claire was helping Jeremy walk in the halls of the hospital when they passed in front of a large mirror.
I remember standing there in that mirror with Jeremy in his hospital gown, like barely able to talk. They were making him walk and it was miserable for him. And I'm in like pajamas. I mean, like I looked homeless, like I looked terrible. And I remember standing there and like the juxtaposition of that image to our wedding photos from a year before. But I was like, that's what it's about. Like I didn't sign up for this for some glorious, awesome life. Like I signed up for this for, you know, sickness and health and richer and poorer and everything, and that to me was just like, and that's what we're doing, and that's it, and that's the next step, and then the next step after that will be better. He's like, what is that?
Baby.
It was the Jungling family motto in action, relentless forward progress. Jeremy's surgery was a success, but he still needed 6 months of chemotherapy. Doctors told him he couldn't run during that period.
And I remember those exact words. He said, forget about all that stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to forget about all that stuff.
2 weeks after surgery, Jeremy took his first run.
And I had just had a bunch of colon removed, and it probably wasn't the best idea, but it was glorious because I felt I was running again, I was alive, you know, I was really celebrating life.
He began to lift weights and to ride his bike. As his strength returned, his short runs grew into longer runs, and soon he was running 5Ks, then 10Ks, half marathons, and even a 50K ultra marathon. His cancer was gone, and his desire to live was stronger than ever.
I used to always say, oh, and you know, when I get older, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, now I've actually started to do those things, and it's kind of started a snowball effect of where I'm going to keep doing those things. I'm going to live while I can live, and I'm not going to put stuff off.
So the two signed up for Survivor Summit and joined the team of 16 determined to reach the frozen summit of the world's highest freestanding mountain and to send a message of hope to others battling a frightening diagnosis.
There are all kinds of things that could happen, but we're so motivated by the idea of Survivor Summit and by the names on our flags, and the fact that we've made it as far as we have. We're on day 5, we're 2 days from summit. It's going to take a lot to keep us from getting to the top of that mountain.
After 6 days of climbing, the team is ready for the ultimate test, a final 9-hour climb to the summit.
I feel fantastic. I'm ready to go. We've had good group going up. We've taken our time. We've worked hard, and couldn't be more excited.
And 9 hours later, mission accomplished. Jeremy, Claire, and the entire Survivor Summit team reached the roof of Africa at 19,341 feet, the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro, sending a message that extreme recovery is possible.
Survivor Summit!
Despite his inspiring success, like most survivors, Jeremy is still looking over his shoulder.
You don't know if it's ever going to come back. I'm always scared to say, hey, I'm cancer-free. And maybe for the moment I am, but I guess it doesn't really matter to me.
I say it all the time. He's cancer-free. I was so happy when they said those words.
I'm just going to keep moving on and, doing the best I can, assuming it's not there, and living my life.
Growing bolder with relentless forward progress. That's the Jeremy Jungling way.